Going on, guys? Squared Muffin or Cassidy here, and today we have a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare game review. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a game review for Advanced Warfare. So the way this is going to work is I'm first of all just going to show you my classes so you can get a bit of a feel for the video, and then I've got some Advanced Warfare gameplay in the background, and I do alright. I think in one of the games I go about 15 and 4, but that's beside the point. So I'm going to then talk about Advanced Warfare and the great things about it and the things that Sledgehammer have done and things that they could have done better, or things that I hope to see in DLCs and whatnots. But first, let's get into the classes. So first of all, we have our 6 classes. We have the Bow with a couple of attachments. If you guys want to pause the video, you can. We have the Moors. We have the ASM-1 Reckless. It's like my main class. It's really good. We have the AK-12 Lance, the ARX-160, and we have the K5 or the KFC. So heading on straight into the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay in the background. If you do, please leave a like and comment down below what game review you want to see next. So getting into the video, I am going to start off by saying I just love Advanced Warfare. It is great. Like, it honestly is. The way the exosuits work, I thought it was going to be a bit clunky with trying to get up the top of barriers and try to move around, but it's actually really fluent. The only thing that's wrong is like lag, but I guess that's the same in any game online, because if you're gonna have lag, it's gonna be a terrible time for everyone. But it's just hard when you have a laggy game in Advanced Warfare, because you're trying to move around, you're trying to jump and, you know, fly everywhere, and then if you get lag, you just get stuck in the air. Like, it personally hasn't really happened to me. I've had 1 or 2 times when it's gone a bit wrong and I've got stuck in the air or something, but for the most part it's really good. It migrates hosts very well, it does a lot of things very well, and I'm very grateful for Sledgehammer. So we're going to get into the good stuff, so the good juicy stuff, which is exosuits work really well. I've tried to go back and play other Call of Duties like Black Ops 2 and I just can't. Even any first person shooter I play, I always try to dodge and weave with this exosuit, because the exosuit is just such an easy way to get around. Like, I was playing Far Cry 2 the other day and I tried to exo dodge. As funny as that sounds, but it's just so hard to go from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare to then playing in a different first-person shooter when it has these exosuits. So that is a really good thing that they've added to the game. And I know a lot of people say it's exactly like Titanfall. It is not. It is not like anything like Titanfall. It's still Call of Duty. It's still very pure to Call of Duty. The other thing is that host migration is really good. I play on the Xbox One, so I'm on Next Gen, braz. I'm on Next Gen. So Next Gen works really well. Host migrations are really good. It doesn't really happen that often, but when it does, it fixes the problem. There's like not much lag, but when there is, it's kind of annoying. But I guess, like I said, that's with any game. The mechanics all work really well in the game. Like, all mechanics, they're just great. All the guns seem to work. There's not really an overpowered gun except the ASM-1, especially the gun that I'm using at this moment, because it's very fast rate, very high damage, and just doesn't have any recoil. And it's just great, especially with advanced rifling, because then you get distance, you get damage, you get fire rate, and it just obliterates everyone. But there's not really any overpowered guns except really the ASM-1, but it does take a whole lot of skill to use, because you gotta be able to get that first shot off. Like, then I was against a sniper and I still got wrecked. So you still gotta have some skill to use some guns. The other one is the Bow, obviously, the one that everyone uses, because it's the easiest to use, really. It doesn't take really much any skill, it has good damage, a decent fire rate. So yeah, so there's not really any overpowered weapons. They're all pretty good. There's some that could have been better, like the MP11, which they could have made into the MP5 realistically, but that's just something of my own personal review, that they could have just made a different weapon for the MP11, because it doesn't really do much. It just kind of sits there. The other thing is leveling is really good. I like the way it's still level 50. I think it's level 50, maybe 55, but I think it's level 50, and it's difficult to get there, but once you get there, it feels great. Like, I just prestiged, so you might see in this video me go from using, or even from a couple days videos, you'll see my classes are way different than what today are because I prestiged the other day. So it works really well. So the next thing is stuff that doesn't quite work well, I guess. So one thing is one quick thing, just seeing me reload then inspired my brain. So one quick thing is that when you reload in this game, if you just press X, you'll just normally reload slowly, but all your bullets will go back into the rest of your clip. And then if you actually double tap X, I go home and try this, guys, but if you double tap X, you reload faster, but you just get rid of the bullets that were in your clip. So say you have 28 bullets in your clip and you want to reload, if you double tap X, you will reload very fast, but you will get rid of those 28 bullets and you'll just have 30 in the clip. But if you regularly reload, those 28 will go back into like your way. There's the MP11 there. I guess it does have some use for some people, but not for me. Now, getting into the second part of the gameplay, I'm going to start talking about some things that I don't really like about Advanced Warfare. One of those being that it's literally not, well, I guess it is a new Call of Duty, but it's not. It's literally the same thing with jetpacks, if that makes any sense. But I guess that's good. It's traditional to the normal Call of Duties, but it's not really any different. I was hoping for it to be a little bit different. The other thing is score streaks. Like, the only one I use really is just the UAV, because the rest are just terrible. There's the Warbird, I guess, is okay, and the Paladin, but they're like way high, and it just doesn't seem useful to have a massive score streak. Sorry. So I just run with the UAV. So the score streaks are just basically nothing. The good thing is you can actually customize them, but then it costs more points, and it just sort of seems a bit silly. I would rather just Black Ops 2 score streaks as they are. The other thing is perks. I think it's good that there's not as many perks as there were in Ghost, but the other thing is that literally all the good perks are in the third, the yellow one. So there's Toughness, there's Hardwired, there's Blast Suppressor, Scavenger, and one more that I can't remember. So I literally want all 4 of the perks as on one class, but I can't because they're all in the same line. So it just felt silly to put all the good perks in one, because I guess it stops people from becoming overpowered or something, but it just seems silly to have like all the good perks in one station and you have to choose between the best ones. The other thing that I don't like about Advanced Warfare is sometimes the maps, I guess they're made for the jetpacking, but sometimes they're just annoying. The maps are just annoying sometimes, especially Riot, I think this map is, and Delta. They're played so often, and they're not very good maps. Like this map, there's nobody even uses the middle anymore. It's straight up just on the right side or the left side. There's nowhere else you can go, and I just think that's a map flaw and not the actual vision of people. So the other thing I don't like is that some maps have Levolution and then other maps don't, and it's really confusing because there's like 2 maps that have Levolution, and I'm like, well, why do only 2 maps have it? Because if you had every single map having Levolution, it would be so much better. So why don't you just put all of them in Levolution? It just doesn't seem to make sense to me. But the ones that do have Levolution, they're probably the best maps, and I don't know why they don't just all have Levolution. It just, for some reason, it just doesn't make sense. I guess it probably takes longer to make a Levolutionized map or something like that. So now what I'm hoping from Sledgehammer is really, really, really good DLCs. I'm hoping that they have the best DLCs. I haven't got the one that has just come out, so I'm hoping to get that, but like I said, I'm poor, so I can't really get the season pass at the moment, but when I do, should be great. if you guys have played the Nioh DLC, if it's good, leave it in the comment section below. Like, tell me how it is. Well, don't give away too much, but I heard it's pretty good, and I reckon it'll be good. So that's one thing I'm feeling good from Sledgehammer, is just the more maps, and the laser guns look really sick. They look excellent, those new laser guns, I tell ya. They look really cool to use. I want to use one of those really badly. The other thing is, the other thing that I want to see from Sledgehammer is like a perk that makes you have a better exosuit, if that makes any sense. Or you trade something to have a better exosuit. So say you trade in a perk to have a better exosuit. So I know there's exo abilities, which also don't really do much. I usually only use the overcloak because it makes you move faster. So they're okay, I guess. The other thing, so Sledgehammer, I want to have a better jetpack and exosuit because they're so good. You should be using what's good to make it even better. You trade into a perk to make your exosuit twice the speed, or 1.5 times the speed, or something. It would have been great, but that's just my view, I guess. So that's really it for my game review on Call of Duty. Advanced Warfare, sorry. If I missed anything, let me go. Sorry. If I missed anything, let me know in the comment section down below. And I think the next game review is going to be FIFA 15, so this is going to be a new series on my channel. If you didn't watch the video that I posted a couple days ago, make sure you guys go check that out. It'll tell you all the decisions that I need to make on my channel. I had some people tell me to do a game review series, so Advanced Warfare was first, for sure. And then it's probably going to go FIFA 15, and then I'm not really sure about the next game. I might do Borderlands pre-sequel, or I don't know, whatever game you guys want. So put down in the comment section below what the next game review you guys want. The other thing is I might try to make a little mini intro for the game review series, so there will be a playlist down below. So if you're new to the channel and this is the first one you're seeing, there should be a playlist down below. Then you can go check out the rest. So thanks guys, and see ya!